So I wanted to give a quick update on where things are with the truing stand. I did get the parts to come in, and here it is. This is the piece that I was missing. It's got kind of a skewer handle lock where you can loosen and tighten, and I can unlock it, move it back and forth to where I need it. And I was going to go ahead and put a wheel on here. And I happen to have a fat tire wheel. It's a big one. Okay, there we go. And then I just tighten it to where I need it. I've already trued a few wheels on this thing, and so far I'm really liking it. Now, in terms of you seeing what I'm doing with the other piece, I'm about to move the camera around so you can hopefully get a better bird's eye view of this thing. Hang on a second. So hopefully you can see the better vantage point here. This is the gauge that I'm using to true the rotor, and this piece here basically locks. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's got a little rod that comes out the base of this arm, and then you got this stem that comes up and it slides back and forth. So I can grab here, unlock it, and move it back and forth as I need. This piece here, the gauge goes on, is sort of like a V-brake. Excuse me, not a V-brake. A caliper brake, where it kind of moves around, like pivots in the bottom. I'm not taking it off to show you, but anyway, you get my point. It just kind of moves around. So when I loosen this piece here, I can then adjust it as I need for this pill piece to touch the rotor so that it's as flat as I can get it, and then it kind of compresses here. So if I move this way, see how it slides in and out? And then this dial goes around. And as the rotor is slightly warped and you're trying to fix it, as it moves this way, it pushes in, and then this dial here just slowly moves up and down, and I can calibrate where I need this thing to be by sliding this gauge around. However much you push this into it is how much this pill is going to go in as your sort of baseline starting point. And whenever it slides in, when this thing starts rotating and this pill is hitting the caliper, wherever it's bad and hitting it is going to push this in. But at some point you're going to get a good baseline where the needle should be, so that you can turn these little dial indicators, I guess you would call them, and move it around to where you get a good. So if this is like moving this way just a little bit, as the needle's moving, you move these around and you can slide them in and out and whatnot to fine tune it to where you exactly want it. And obviously the closer these little pieces are in for the gauge, the tighter that needle is bouncing, the truer the rotor is. So I mean, it sounds complicated, but once you get to a point of using it over and over again, you'll get better and better at it. And then you'll start being able to true these rotors really, really well. And they're going to be like straight as an arrow. So anyway, I'll try and show you what I'm talking about here. So as of right now, this pill isn't up enough to where the caliper is. So I got to adjust that. So one thing I need to do is find out, okay, so looks like I don't need to do too much. Once I can bring it in and touch it, you want it to be as flat as you can get it, but I don't know if you can see it, but the needle was bouncing around a little bit. So now I'm going to move this thing around. You see how it's moving? Hopefully you see that, because I've already trued this rotor one time. But I was noticing it was touching a little bit on the caliper. But you can see it does jump a little bit, and then settle. Just jump a little bit and then settle. So I gotta be able to fix that. So what I can do is rotate this just a little bit. See the jump. So I'm gonna try and bring this one up a bit. And if I recall, if it's past this side, you go in. If it's past this side, you go out when you're bending and reshaping. So I would go like this. Let's see, bring this in a little bit. There it goes. So right, trying to find a good spot. Right there, there it is. So right when I get the dial to about right here, this needle goes that way a little outside of these little, I don't know what you would call them, setting points. But so I need to fix right here. So let me go and do that now. Okay, see how that did? Yep, it's not bouncing out there anymore, so that's good. But this one's still coming up some. Right? Where's that? Right there, around there. So let's see if we can bring that in. And the other thing I'm noticing, which is a little annoying actually, is when the rotor has these little holes inside on the outside, right? It's hard to show, but on the outside of here, you know how when the rotors, especially when they're trying to make them fancy looking, they'll have like little slots going in all of them. Well, those little holes kind of make the pill skip a little bit. So it'd be nice if they didn't do that, but I guess they're expecting you to try to get as close to the flat part instead of, so the holes come down, the little slots, and then right below that is kind of a join. And I guess they want you to get to that point where it's just solid the whole way, which is not easy to do. But anyway, but I mean, I don't want to bore you on doing this thing, but you get the idea of what it does. It helps you fine tune stuff. Just make sure that you're not going where those little slot openings are, where they drilled through, trying to make it look fancy, the rotor. And then once you have it and the nice flat portion where it's just solid, then you should be able to get a good true on the rotor. So anyway, just want to let you know a little update on it. I'm enjoying this this new truing stand, so good reviews so far.